should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Oh, rejected by Isaac. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Magic on D. Now here's Giddey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Collins. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Magic ball.
Orlando with the ball. Suggs outside. The three is up. Drops in the three.
Yeah, and for Suggs, his three-point shooting has come a long way since entering the league.
Now here's Giddey. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. 3 on the clock. And here's Collins for 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Suggs with it. And it's Giddey picking him up. Suggs with the bucket.
A solid jump shooter. Now, the defense has to get up on Suggs, or that's going to happen.
Outside Giddey. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Orlando with the rebound. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Here's Black. Drops in the layup for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul of the game. Pass to Buzelis. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Okay now, Rook. Buzelis showing he can finish with some power.
Picked by Isaac. Wagner on the wing. For 3. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. And it's Giddey missing.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Pass to Suggs. Lets it go from the wing. Here's Black. On the wing, Suggs. Right wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Black. Nails it from 3. Black's got 5 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
There's a screen. Here's Reeves. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Here's Suggs. Collins with the rebound.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Second team foul.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Another shot. And it's blocked by Isaac.
Yeah, great length from Isaac. He gets the hand up, gets a piece using that big wingspan. And aggressive. aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Now here's Suggs. 5 points in the game. Pass to Black. Into the lane. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Here's Reeves. Yep, that one goes.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Black. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. The three from Suggs. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. They'll pin that one on John Collins.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And Banchero drops them both. With 2 seconds left. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Orlando Magic with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for the Magic guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Gafford with the bucket.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Here's Anthony. You know, Stan, for a team with such a proud history, the last decade has been a tough one for the Bulls.
Yeah, Brian, it really has. They've had competitive teams, but they haven't won a full playoff series since 2014. And for such a...
Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk! Well, Anthony's showing us the spring in his step.
Pass to Sabonis. Beyond the arc. De Silva with the rebound. Orlando leading by 6. Here's Houston. Green covering. Now Anthony. Wagner with a screen. Shot clock at 5. Here's De Silva. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And it's Gafford driving in. Orlando with the rebound. Right side, Caldwell Pope. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, we're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time. Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you. For 3, Anthony. And another miss by Orlando. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Gafford. There's the drive. Second chance effort. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Chicago shooting their first free throw of the game here. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance toward players who don't meet their standards. Well, this is where Jones is at his best, distributing the basketball.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Wagner outside. 5 to shoot. Here's Caldwell Pope. Good work defensively by White. Chicago trailing here. Gafford with the ball. He's got 5. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Driving in. Houston. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Houston's got his first 2 points of the night.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Pass to Gafford. And the Magic pushing it up now. Fires for 3. Out to Anthony. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Launches it from deep. Gets rebounded by Sabonis. Seems like every team in the league could use a player like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Yeah, Brian, look, the term 3 and D at times seems like a backhanded compliment, but not with KCP. He does both the 3 and the D at elite levels.
Always takes the toughest backcourt assignment and more than holds down his own. Wagner for 3. Chicago with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
And here's Gafford. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Here's Houston. Gets the 3 to fall. Houston's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
They get it again. Here's Gafford. Gets it to go. 3 makes, 9 attempts.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Now here's Anthony. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Back to Anthony. With 1 on the clock. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Magic leading by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Here's Wagner. Suggs outside. Fires the 3. Buzelis grabs the board.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Here's Collins. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Suggs. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league. And when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult job.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days. Shot is good by Reeves.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Wagner on the wing. Launches it. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Reeves. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Outside Giddey. From behind the arc. Hits a 3-pointer. Giddey's got his first 3 points of the game.
Beautiful execution, getting it away quickly. Giddey just wasting no time.
Now Suggs. 5 points in the game. There's the 3. Collins with the rebound. And it's Collins with the ball for Chicago. It's a 5-point game. Tipped away. Isaac with the steal. Here's Banchero. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. How about Paolo Banchero, Coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
Abdul-Jabbar's shot is good.
High value assist there, finding him inside for the finish.
And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Pass to Banchero. Back to Suggs. And he's back in business as the jumper finally drops for him. Suggs has got his third basket on the night right there. Reeves with the ball. Hits the trifecta.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
And Suggs, here we go. Back to Isaac. And a nice finish on the layup. And the Magic lead by 7.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's White. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Banchero hammers it home.
Banchero shows off his strength and his quickness on that finish.
Outside White. From deep three-point range. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Magic leading by 11. Suggs outside. Wagner for 3. It's hauled in by White. So it's Chicago now. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Offensive rebound. And here's Sabonis outside. On target from range. Sabonis has got his second bucket on the night.
And a big part of their offensive success right now is the ability to create second chance opportunities.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Outside Jones. To the inside. And Sabonis gets it to go. Sabonis has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, they have Jones out there to run these plays, to work the defense and open things up.
The 3 from Suggs. Pure from three-point range. And the Magic lead by 9. They swipe it. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Orlando ahead. Up 9. And we're just moments.
37.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Bulls trail by 9. Outside White. To the paint. Here's Gafford. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
Anthony outside. Pass to De Silva. Back to Anthony. Six on the shot clock. There's the triple. Chicago with a rebound. Now Green. The 3 ball. Here's Sabonis. Goes up again. And the layup is up and in.
and they're giving up way too many second chance points.
Anthony right side. Wagner outside. Back to Anthony. Wagner with a screen. And Anthony hits from deep.
And a nice bump for their offense this half. Now shooting over 50% for the game.
And here's Gafford. Jones sets a screen. And it's Gafford missing.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Caldwell Pope for three. And another three for Orlando.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Gafford. And he gets it to go. Gafford's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Wagner outside. Anthony up top. And there's the foul. It'll go on Trey Jones. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Anthony. Out of bounds. It'll be Bulls ball. So for the Magic. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. They trail by 9. They set the pick.
You can tell that Josh Giddey is one sharp player, not just in how he threads passes, but how he moves on the floor and gets around other guys.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
They've also been showing us standout play on the fast break, working as a team to create easy opportunities.
Suggs, no good.
Fighting for the rebound, making sure they take back possession.
And Collins with the slam.
Big time from Collins right there.
Releases. Suggs, no good. The Bulls trail by 5. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Second team foul.
Now here's Reeves. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Orlando leading by 5. Wagner left side. The 3. Collins with the rebound. And so here is Chicago. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. The shot's good.
Oh, man. Massive points from Buzelis. Yes.
Kicks it out to Wagner. To the middle. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, no holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Both free throws good from Giddey.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
Pass to Black. And here's Isaac. And the dunk by Isaac.
Is stepping up when his team needs a bucket. Isaac relishes being in these situations.
Here's Giddey. The shot that time not on target. Here's Orlando. They've led by as many as 11. Suggs with it. Takes a 3. Sinks the tray. And now an 8-point Orlando lead.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. Back to Banchero. Pass to Suggs. Jacks up a 3. Collins with the rebound. And this one feels just about over.
Yeah, they'll play it out, but I think it just wasn't meant to be tonight.
And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Here's Isaac. So the Magic win it. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw
my Rolls Royce on E, they gon' remember me. I say remember me. So much money.